Thanks for joining us on this edition of Headlines Nigeria, reaching you from our Abuja studios in Nigeria. I am Grace Ukot. Join me as we take a look at the topical issues for the day. Vanguard newspaper says federal government pardons Ribadu. The federal government today reversed itself concerning the demotion and dismissal of former EFCC chairman Malam Nuhu Ribadu when it restored the rank of the former police officer to that of an assistant inspector general of police. Appoint activist as INEC boss, Oshiomhole tells Jonathan. Governor Adams Oshiomhole of Edo State has urged President Goodluck Jonathan to appoint a human rights activist as the next chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission and not a card-carrying member of any political party. And now moving over to another newspaper, this day says 64 billion naira runway, Presidency slashes project costs. The Presidential Projects Assessment Committee has reviewed the contract for the construction of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport Abuja second runway, slashing off 13.5 billion naira from the original contract sum of 64 billion naira. The project will now cost 49.6 billion naira. And still on the Siemens bribery scandal, this day reports Siemens EFCC quizzes acting PDP chairman. Operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission yesterday interrogated the acting national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Alhaji Haliru Mohammed Bello, over the 17.3 million euro Siemens bribery scandal. Punch newspaper, Obama may visit Nigeria soon. United States President Barack Obama may visit Nigeria soon. A statement by the U.S. State Department on Sunday said that ahead of the expected visit, whose date was not given, the U.S. Deputy Secretary of State, Mr. Jacob Jaglu, would meet with President Goodluck Jonathan and the leadership of the National Assembly this week. NLC decries Obasanjo's closeness to Jonathan. The Nigeria Labour Congress has expressed deep concern over what it described as a growing political romance between President Goodluck Jonathan and the former president, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. The president of the NLC, Mr. Abdul Wahid Omar, said that such relationship was a bad omen for the 2011 elections. Nigerian Observer. Non-payment of allowances, ex-militants appeal to federal government. Some members of Edo State ex-militants have appealed both to the federal and Edo State governments, respectively, to intervene over the non-payment of their allowances. A press statement disclosed that the allowance they were paid was 65,000 naira per month, but has now been drastically reduced to the sum of 20,000 naira per month, maintaining that their allowance used to be paid directly into their individual bank accounts and not by hand from their leaders, as it is now done. Federal government names Edo Cross River for tourism. The federal government has elected Edo and Cross River as pilot states for investment in the tourism sector of the Nigerian economy. Mr. Abdul Oro, the Edo State Commissioner for Arts, Culture and Tourism, made the statement in Benin when the Foundation for Protection of Benin Heritage and Relics paid him a courtesy visit. Daily Trust newspaper says federal government to slash 2010 budget. With 5 out of the financial year's 12 months already gone, the federal government said yesterday that it is reviewing the 4.6 trillion naira 2010 federal budget downwards because it was unrealistic. Minister of State for Finance Remi Babalola told newsmen after the reconvened Federation Accounts Allocation Committee in Abuja that the review would take into consideration the revenue profile of the nation. Leadership newspaper reports Dangote denies plan to buy stake in Arsenal. Billionaire businessman Alhaji Aliko Dangote has denied planning a move to buy a 15.9% stake in Premier League side Arsenal. Reports claim he was interested in Lady Nina Bracewell-Smith's shares, which are available for about 100 million euros. But in a statement yesterday, Dangote confirmed he had been involved in conversation around investment in the past. And now politics news, Vanguard newspaper, confusion as PDP cancels BOT meeting. A cloud of uncertainty lingered in the ruling People's Democratic Party yesterday as the party unceremoniously postponed indefinitely its Board of Trustees meeting, which was slated for last night. This came barely 24 hours after the party cancelled its National Executive Committee meeting. There were also strong indications yesterday that intense lobbying might have caused the party to postpone its final selection of a replacement for its outgone national chairman, Prince Vincent Ogbulafo. And on Daily Independent, $12.4 billion oil windfall. Leave Babangida alone, NNPP tells Jonathan. Leadership of the new Nigeria People's Party, one of the registered 57 political parties, has urged President Goodluck Jonathan to stop witch-hunting former President Ibrahim Babangida over his decision to contest the 2011 presidential election. It called on the president to put a stop to the planned probe of the controversial $12.4 billion Gulf War oil windfall. The Guardian newspaper says ahead 2011 polls, aspirants seek divine support. As the 2011 general elections approach, serving and prospective public office holders in Cross River State have beseeched churches across the state in prayers for success in the polls. In fact, churches and related religious groups in the state are now organizing programs where tips on how to make it in politics without stress are offered. And now in business news, Nigerian Compass. New NNPC boss expresses commitment to oil-producing communities. The new group managing director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Mr. Austin Olusegun Oniwon, has expressed commitment to the Niger Delta development, saying that the communities must reap the benefits of oil wealth. Oniwon, who promised to use his wealth of experience to impact on the nation's oil and gas industry, stated that he was prepared to turn around the fortunes of the corporation for good, stressing that he would ensure that Nigerians enjoy the benefit of being an oil-producing country. And Punch newspaper, FAAC resolves controversy over revenue shortfall. The Federation Account Allocation Committee on Monday resolved the controversy that arose from the 737 billion naira revenue shortfall and agreed to disburse 749.88 billion naira being statutory allocations to the three tiers of government for the month ending April 30, 2010. This day newspaper reports Sanusi, 65% Nigerians lack access to credit facilities. Central Bank of Nigeria Governor Alhaji Sanusi Lamido Sanusi yesterday lamented that 65% of Nigeria's population does not have access to credit facilities, resulting to CBN's move aimed at fine-tuning strategies to improve possibilities of credit granting. And now sports news. Daily Trust reports Eagles try Saudis for size. The Super Eagles stormed Austria yesterday night for today's international friendly game with Saudi Arabia. It is the first of 3 friendly games lined up for the 2-time African champions as they put finishing touches to their preparation ahead of the first ever FIFA World Cup finals on African soil, coming up in South Africa between June 11 and July 11. The Guardian, Lagerbach plots Argentina's fall as Nigeria tackles Saudi Arabia today. Super Eagles coach Les Lagerbach believes that he has the antidote to Argentina's threat to Nigeria at the South Africa 2010 World Cup. Nigeria plays Saudi Arabia in a friendly game in Austria today as the Swede continues to find the best weapon for the assault on the best teams of the world from June 12. And with this, we've come to the end of this edition. Log on tomorrow for more on Headlines Nigeria. Thanks for logging on.